The 47th International Kolkata Book Fair gets underway. This year, the theme country is, of course, the UK. And joining me now is, of course, the British High Commissioner to India, Ellis, and Alison Barrett, Director, India British Council. Thank you for joining us on NDTV. Alex, to you first. The English language has connected us and the rest of the world for years. But this partnership where so many bibliophiles get together and the UK as a theme country, what are your hopes and expectations from this particular edition of the International Kolkata Book Fair?
Well, first, it's a wonderful thing for us to be part of this book fair. It's the second biggest book fair in the world. It's even bigger than the London Book Fair. So we hope many, many people will come to the book fair, first of all. And secondly, that they'll come here to the British Pavilion. Alison can tell you more about that. But this is an opportunity for us to connect through language with the people of West Bengal, whether you're a student, whether you're just a fan of literature, whether you want to travel to the UK. Culture is one of the things which unites us. And India is brilliant at playing with English language, whether it's the absconding miscreant or the Mercury rising or preponing the events. It's just wonderful adaptations of the language. So it's a shared language, and it's great to be sharing it here today.
And when we talk about language, and and you gave these wonderful illustrations, and then we have the emergence of what we call Hinglish, which is Hindi in English. But you mentioned a while ago about the book that you were talking about. Can you tell us what that is, and some of the collaborative efforts in the field of literature between the UK and India?
Well, first of all, you have the first Nobel Prize winner to win in several languages was Tagore from West Bengal. So there's an old tradition of India's cultural influence on the world coming through the English language. And we've seen that since in all kinds of different areas. I've talked about Satyajit Ray and in fact worked for a British firm in advertising before it became this most glorious of directors. I can't resist slipping in Sourav Ganguly and his square cut, seen often in England, and he played, of course, for an English county as well. I think too. So there is something a bit magical about that creativity. But Alison, do you want to say a bit about what goes on between the UK and India, a bit on the translation on the literature side?
Absolutely. Alison, if I could come to you, I was told that there's going to be an exhibition of sorts on the future of the English language in this multilingual world. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So we've been doing a research project for the last 3 years across the world to understand what the future of English holds for us. How will we engage in English in the future? Will it remain the language of global business and global trade? And we are sharing the results of that research here for the first time in Kolkata with our exhibition. So come and join us. Come and find out the answers to some of those questions. We believe that English will continue to be the language of employability. With the amount of mobility that's happening from the UK to India or India to the UK, we see English as an enabling language for that mobility.
And like you said, English is an enabling language, and language in literature is perhaps also something that the art world, the literature world perhaps thrives on. And through this collaboration, the theme country, UK being the theme country, what can we expect?
So we have 20 authors and academics coming to Kolkata over the next 2 weeks. We have around 35 activities and workshops happening in the UK Pavilion and around the book fair. We have 2 literary festivals happening where you can come and enjoy the best of UK and Indian literature. And of course tomorrow, Alex and I will be interviewing 2 of our UK authors. So come and join us in the Pavilion.
Thank you so much for giving your time to NDTV. So there's lots in store at the 47th International Kolkata Book Fair. And of course, with UK being the theme country, there will be, of course, a lot of focus on English language and literature. With camera person G.D. Shankar at the Kolkata Book Fair, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.